Welcome to Awaken Human, where we rebirth sovereignty into your true self, bridging together mind, body, and spirit as we experience Earth as a soul in the human body, sharing channeled messages from ascended masters and our awakening journeys, including my own. I'm your host, Maeve. Let the journey continue. Hello, beautiful awakened humans. So excited to be back. Today, we are getting into fear, how fear blocks us, how when we're in this fear state, we're stopping ourselves from receiving our natural state of abundance, how fear was originally just supposed to be this feeling for survival. At some point, we needed it to adapt and keep us safe. And it's taken over into all of these areas that we create where we don't feel safe. It's trying to help us survive, but survival fear has now adapted to situations where maybe we're trying to show up and put ourselves out in the world, and we're blocking ourselves from seeing like our truer essence, which is naturally abundant, naturally powerful, naturally beautiful. It's divine. And fear creates a lot of mind chatter that distracts us. But this fear has also been created from something in our life that maybe wasn't the best for us. And we needed this feeling to say, oh no, let's not let you experience this trauma again. I don't want you to have to be in this suffering. And so our mind just continues to create this potential that it thinks could be there in a situation because we've had it before. And there's these parts of ourselves that will continue to operate in fear because they feel stuck in that past situation and it saw us have this pain or this hurt. And so we continue to operate out of fear. So they're guiding us into working with the inner child and also going into the stillness of ourselves as our natural being that is us. Sometimes our mind just goes into this unconscious way of being that just continues this mind chatter, and then we listen to it. But when we can go and focus on ourselves into the stillness, then sometimes that can be where the freedom happens. Freedom from the mind, freedom from this hamster wheel that's continuing to run throughout our day that we listen to. And when we go into a sense of stillness and come back into our groundedness, our center, then that's when we can really have some potential shifts of this mind chatter going into the background and retraining our subconscious for this new way to be our being. So I invite you to close your eyes, go inside, relax, and just feel into what resonates within your beingness. Something may activate, something may just remind you that of a deeper sense of who you are. All right, here we go. Beloved one, the fear within you stops you from seeing your truest self. Your truest self is more than you could ever imagine right now. The fear that is created from the illusions of the mind stops you from witnessing the depths of which is your true beingness. The fear creates this mind chatter that stops you from allowing yourself to pursue the abundance that is within, how would you show up into the world if there was not this fear? How would you take action within your life if you were not concerned about that which you feel might occur? Whether it be humiliation, criticism, your own doubts of your self-worth. How would you show up if these were not thoughts within your field? For when you allow yourself to move into manifestations of that which you dream, you create, and these manifestations unfold when you go into the depths of the power of the feeling of that which would be alchemized from the occurrence of these dreams coming to fruition. When you are able to create that which you are desiring, you are a vibrational match and in harmony with the frequency of that which you are desiring. The fear may be there, but beloved, it's also, this fear is sometimes confused with excitement. And then you think, oh, I'm afraid. But sometimes this energetic potential that you're feeling within your beingness is the excitement of that which is to come. And so you think, oh no, I'm afraid. But beloveds, this is really that potential momentum that is occurring deep within for the aspects of your beingness that know what is waiting for you on the other side. Fear is a component that you experience here on the earthly plane to help protect you, keep you safe. It's an adaptive feeling that occurred from survival instincts in times where you genuinely did need these components of fear on the earthly plane to guide you into survival. The things which you are trying to survive from do not exist in the way that your mind conceives. Understand that this fear also can occur from your past life memories in which you may have been murdered for speaking your truth, where people doubted your beliefs or truths that you speak when you were being a leader. or you kept in hiding these ancient wisdoms because you knew what could occur if you spoke out. You knew what may happen if someone caught you. These dynamics have played out for far too long. For now, it is time to step into your divine truth. So once again, we ask you, how would you proceed if you did not have fear? And when a fear arises, we encourage you to look into the depths of where the inner child within resides within this fear. What is this fear trying to protect you from? For your emotions are there to help prevent you from these dangerous or so-called dangerous situations. But most of the time, it's the mind that says that it is. It's an imagined danger of what could occur. So, as you evaluate where fear shows up for you, we encourage you to tell your mind that it is okay. Hold the little one inside that says, oh no, that's dangerous. And let them know that you see they're trying to help you. But you are with them, guiding and leading as you call in your higher self. They too can support you and the little one or the fears of the mind and help you move into the stillness of your heart space, the stillness within that is you. The stillness can guide you into the momentum of flow within your life as you allow the mind to sit back into the background with its chatters. Because the mind will continue to try and talk, but it is only when you listen to it deeply and intently that it might be able to persuade you otherwise. As you move into the depths of the stillness within, this can become your new focus, your new way of being, your new way of showing up, that will allow you to be more in tune with your intuition and the flow of spirit. For right now in this evolution, we are moving into evolving how we move throughout the world. And that requires the changing of these lower states of vibration of the fear. Move into the world from the depths of the stillness and your beingness, and allow that to direct you.
into the depths of spirit and the void space to become the co creator that you are. We love you, we are with you, and we honor the evolution that you are showing up for in the greatest time of humanity.
And so I think we get in our mind a lot and we start to listen. And so there's a balance of looking at, is there an inner child within us that has had some sort of experience that it's trying to protect us from, a part in our system, a part of our personality? Or is this just an automatic response? Usually there's something connected to an inner child, but sometimes it's just habitual from an inner child that's then continuing to operate out of this fear based feeling. So we kind of have a few different options to play with and explore. And going into that stillness too, you are also showing your mind and retraining your system in a different way. And this can be accessing what we call like our self energy, which is our soul. Our soul doesn't operate in fear, it operates in love. And so when we can tune in and tap into our natural vibration of love that we are, there's also so much more that we can receive and create out of this space that is abundant, it's infinite, it has so much to give from just its natural state of being. It has so much of a different way that it can show up when we are in this stillness, going into that space within. And I know a lot of times people, especially when they're first starting to meditate, they struggle because all they hear is the mind that's going wild and the chattering that maybe they can distract themselves with otherwise. And they're not quite able to go into that place of stillness yet, yet. And it can feel overwhelming and jarring. But this can also allow you to tap into that space eventually. And sometimes this will also be done with having some sort of movement practice where you're shaking some of this energy out, having an energy healing. There's all sorts of ways to do this. So I invite you to just really sit with bringing conscious awareness to this fear. And that, like I said, that might be working with your inner child, that might be bringing yourself more into a place of stillness, letting that mind chatter be there without listening to it and believing every thought that comes through. And just one more thing, our thoughts do create a vibrational frequency in our body. So do know that you have a lot of power by changing your thoughts, calling in these higher frequencies. So just see how that shows up and shifts different pieces in your life. And comment below if something happens for you. Love to hear and just see how we can show up in our lives without operating in this constant fear-based place. Also, just want to throw out my website is officially up now, and I have put out quantum healing sessions, quantum activations, and I'm also working with people as a mind, body, spirit integration guide. I have had over 10 years of experience as a therapist. And so when we're doing quantum healing, we're looking at potentially inner child, subconscious programmings, these thoughts, and we're going into that quantum space where they exist and clearing them. Sometimes this might be a couple of sessions, sometimes it can be done immediately. It really just depends on if there's a potential karmic lesson or something attached to this for you. So if you feel called or are looking to do some subconscious reprogramming, I would invite you to check out my website. And these quantum activations can be us connecting you closer to your higher self, bringing more of your higher self in, calling in aspects where you have had more abundance or higher vibration in your life, and bringing that into your now. Some of these activations are also connecting you into the still point of yourself, so that stillness that I just talked about. Some of this is going into activating gifts potentially. There's also into your higher heart. We can do quantum manifestations, working with different sacred geometry. So lots of different ways that we can do this. And then the mind, body, spirit. This is for ongoing support for maybe something that we are working on, or just different integrations that you're trying to move through embodying. And also, just like I said, there's a mind, body, spirit aspect. So this is the root of integrating. How do we tap into, through our awakening, living in this body as spirit, and recognizing where our mind may be stopping us. So check out my website. I'd be love to work with you if you feel called. And other than that, just sending you all so much love and hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in to Awaken Human. I hope this empowered you on your spiritual awakening and knowing thyself. The key to awakening lies within each of us, and by embracing our authentic selves, we create a brighter, more compassionate world. If you like this episode, share to your story and tag me. Don't forget to subscribe for future episodes and leave a review or comment. Until next time, may you continue to awaken to the infinite possibilities within.